Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you're watching this video from, welcome back to our series. In this week's episode, episode 15, we are dedicating it to the front suspension. We want this car as low as possible. When we go down the straight, we want to see sparks fly off from underneath the car. And we think we've come up with a way to do it. In front of me here is the standard front suspension. Now, from top to bottom, you can see it's 750 millimeters long. At the moment, the front suspension is far too long. We need to take at least 75 millimeters out of the 750 millimeters we have. I want to give a huge shout out to Lee Wilson from Keppel Coast Windscreens for gifting us a set of coilover suspension. Thanks, Lee. Our idea is to take this shortened E36 suspension and turn it into Audi A5 80 suspension. On the bench in front of me, we've done a quick drawing to help explain how we're going to lower it. On the left, we have the original A5's front suspension, and on the right, we have what we're proposing to make the new suspension from the coilovers Lee gave us. It is imperative that this lower arm of the suspension does not change, otherwise it comes into contact with the drive shaft. That means we have to alter the top section where the shock is. How we're going to do this is by using the coilover suspension that Lee gave us. In order to do this, we've come up with a brilliant idea. By using Lee's front coilover suspension and making a new lower arm, we'll be able to connect it onto this and have a new ride height adjustment. Here are the components we're going to be using to make it. So here we have it. Here is the new front suspension. As you can see, the coilover's all in and the lower arm is now made. It's only tacked up at the moment, but it now gives us the advantage of ride height adjustment, as well as changing the bottom of the suspension. We also have to change the top part by removing the camber plate and then adapting it to the A5 top mount. Now that we've taken off the camber plate, all we have to do is make the hole in the top mount of the A5 slightly larger, so this top section houses in to it. So here we are, it's all done. As you can see, a couple bolts through the top holding it. Now has a spherical bearing, and on top of this, now has dampening adjustment on the top. So there you have it, all done. Well, it's great to have some help in the shed. We have one of our old friends, Robin Manning, up from the Gold Coast, a local speedway champion, to help us out with this build. Over to you, Rob. Here's what Robin has made us. This is a fitting for our radiator. What it's going to do is connect to this hose and into the breather bottle, and from the breather bottle back into the radiator. In next week's episode, the car will be running because the computer will be back from Digitune.
As well as Phil and Faye from MCX Brakes will be providing us some more parts so we can finish the brakes off.
Thanks for watching!
like and subscribe.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell.
We'll see you next week.